We talked about the different moves, and now we have to talk about rolling the dice. So, for example, a move will say, like, let's use Act Under Pressure, the first one. When you're trying to do something that requires you to act under pressure, roll 2d6. This whole game, you're only going to use 2 dice. You roll 2d6, and it says on a 10 plus, you can do the thing. So, for example, I gave the example of leveling a sniper rifle, or sliding under a gate. On a 10 plus, you do it, and it's sweet, and it looks awesome, and you can tell us what it looks like. On a 7 to 9, you can do it, but I'm going to give you a worse outcome, a hard choice, or a price to pay. So, you might get the shot off, but the innocent bystander might jump in the way of the bullet. Or you shoot the guy, but the enemy's retinue is right behind you, and now now there's guns leveled at you. Or you can do it, but your gun is now going to not work anymore. Whatever. Like, I'm going to do something to give you what you want, but not exactly how you want it. On a miss, which means anything 6 or below, it just says things go to hell. Which means that I, as the keeper, as the game master, I get to just fuck you up. It could be, I could just kill you. I could just say, you're no longer playing the game anymore. Or more fun, I might just say you're captured by the vampire. Or this is when someone, in D&D, when you roll a 1, that's when you were shooting the bow, but now it hits your foot. But in this game, it's even worse. It means that, like, everyone's aware of your presence. Things go really, really, really bad. It means that I get to make what's called a hard move against you. And this is where I get to have fun. This is where I get to play the game. And I'm a fan. I want to be a fan of all the characters, and I don't want to just total party kill everyone. But it's more fun when you guys fuck up. Now, when you do fuck up, if you do fail, you get to mark experience, which in this game as a one-shot won't be really important. Let's do another example. So let's say you want to read a bad situation. There's another really, really good one that I thought was really funny. We can do read a bad situation. So it says, when you read a bad situation, roll sharp. So you would roll your d6 and add your sharp. So let's say we did that. It says on a 10 plus, hold 3. So when it says hold 3, it means you get to ask 3 of those questions that I mentioned earlier. What's my best way in? What's my best way out? Etc. You can ask 3 of those questions to me, and I have to answer you honestly. That's on a 10. Let's see if you get a 10 plus. On a 7 to 9, you only get to answer 1 question, which is not bad. If you fail, then I can make a hard move against you, or I might just give you information, and you'll have to figure out whether or not it's good information or bad information. I will most likely just try to hurt you. We can talk about the stats, just so you know what I'm talking about when I say you roll plus something. Let's use the example of what character is pretty fun. Let's just professional. That's the first thing I got to. So the stats in this game are charm, cool, sharp, tough, and weird. So charm is your lying, you're manipulating, you're seducing stat. So if you want to play a character that's kind of like that, it's charming or roguish, you want to have a high charm. Cool is like badass. You roll cool when you want to act under pressure. You roll charm when you want to manipulate someone. Sharp is your investigate or read a bad situation. So that's your sharp is like your Sherlock Holmes. You're investigating things. You're really smart. So if you want to play a smart character, you have a high sharp. Tough is obviously your muscles, your grit, how much ass you're gonna kick. If you want to be some big, gunslinging or giant sword-toting monster hunter, you want to have a high tough. Or weird, and your weird stat is your magic stat. Setting up a character, making a character is super easy. All of the... Let's hold it up. All of the playbooks have... it's basically just boxes you fill in for stuff that you want. It's like the easiest thing in the world. You can get on that link I sent on the GroupMe, and it will show you all of these different playbooks. And it really fills in a lot of this stuff that you would want. You wouldn't have to do a whole bunch of super creative backstory stuff. That's one of the beauties about this game as well, is that it's just not as involved as D&D, but it still fills up good characters. So for the game that we're going to be playing, it's because it's a one-shot and because it's supposed to be really hard, I'm going to let you guys have 4 of your player moves. So there's a list of moves under each playbook. I don't know if you can see it. It might be backwards. These little boxes. You can pick these moves. There's a bunch of moves for each playbook, but you can pick 4. Normally you can only pick 3, but I'm going to give you guys 4. So you pick you pick these moves. You pick gear. For the professional, you get a serious weapon and a normal weapon. Serious weapons are like assault rifle, grenade launcher, sniper rifle, submachine gun. Normal weapons are, a 9mm hunting rifle, a big knife. And then under each one of these gears, under each one of the weapons, it'll have in parentheses the amount of harm it does, and then tags. Tags are descriptors of how the weapon works. So 3 harm, far, area, loud, reload. These are things that inform me and you on how the weapon works narratively. So if you're like, I'm going to throw my big knife across a chasm to hit this flaming skull, I'm going to be like, no, you're not, because big knife is it's only 1 harm, and it's hand. Like, that's the range, is just hand length. So you want to make sure you keep that in mind when you're picking your gear. There's armor and stuff like that, but that's all playbook sensitive. So, keep that in mind. That just keeps you from taking as much harm as you could. Another mechanic in this game is called luck, which is, in normal when you're playing it through, you get like 8 points of luck. In this game, you're going to get 1 because it was totally overpowered last time we played. Luck means that when you fail hard, you can just say, no, actually, I don't fail hard. I get a 10. I get a 12. I get the best roll possible. You can do this one time per game. I think there might be more to explain, but that's enough for now, I think. Pick a playbook, pick a character and a motivation, and how you know like another character, and then we'll play and kill a vampire.